Today, we talk about...
You okay? Ah, dude. Alright, flight was delayed yesterday, so ended up sticking in these, but I got it. So the customary Waterloos, finally unds these. We'll have to make a dedicated video on these sometime this week, hopefully if I have time, but bro, I'm really digging these. You get that nice little box of blue with the bolt, I feel like Bill Cosby. And then with the big shoe and the colors and the blue. But yeah, man, these are super dope. A little bit uncomfy, but I can't tell you if it's because they need to be broken in a little bit or, will you freaking focus, man? I don't know if they need to be broken in a little bit or what, but I'm really loving these speckling details. Did not appreciate them as much. And the reason I love these so much is because they were featured in the movie White Man Can't Jump. These were the Billy Hoyles, the Billy Hoyle colorway. There is another colorway that does look pretty dope. Look at that bop of Nike here on the back. But it's actually funny because I always pictured myself wearing these in mom jeans because I think it would pull off the perfect 90s vibe. But with the black modern joggers, they give them a real aggressive, cool look, I gotta say. And one of the ladies at the Detroit airport really like went out of her way to single me out and be like, yo, are they them Fresh Prince joints? I was like, nah, White Man Can't Jump. She's like, oh shit, I know it. I was like, okay.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
I saw it. Let me kick these up. Come on. Get up. Get off me. This is impossible. Come on. I hate untying shoelaces. All right. Boom, cool. All right, and then the other thing I forgot to mention with these, I mean, we'll go over it in more detail with the Vidya. But these were Nike's second attempt at battling the Reebok Pump-ish, which was kind of a big deal. Back when it came out, Reebok was still kind of killing it over Nike. But then this was the second iteration of their self-pumping shoe, and this was the first one that was self-pumping without the included accessory of a pump, which was kind of silly if you ask me, but what's she gonna do? And then this would be the release valve right here. But anyway, yeah, so that's the cool thing about these. So we're gonna find the Bop graveyard for these. I'm gonna guess right there. Bop. All right, let's go to the Brooks Brothers bag. At least for my troubles, they gave me like 3 free items to choose. So I picked a couple candy bars and the popcorn. But anyway, let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. Oh yeah, boy. Almost forgot I packed these. These are the Diadora B.Elites in a premium kangaroo leather, which a lot of people will start to yell at me, but I don't know. What do you guys think is an appropriate response for people who yell about, animal abuse, leather use type of ish. I feel like I'm just going to get more and more of those comments as I get bigger and bigger, so I really don't know how to respond. I feel like you should be attacking the corporation that makes them, not me. Although then the justification becomes, if I'm the one buying it, then they're the ones that are going to keep making it. But I would have bought this ish if they didn't have kangaroo leather. You guys know me. I'm not a stickler for materials, but it is cool. Like, it is a cool feel. And hopefully they're getting it ethically or whatever, but I don't know. Anyway, come bottom. Tone of my voice triggered. And then so this was part of the Espresso Ristretto line, which was like the OG retro line that they were trying to do for all the models that they included in that pack, back to their original colorways and build and all that ish. Limited came out in 1981, I'd have to imagine, right? Made in Italy, of course. And then there was 2 colorways. There was the silver and the gold. Really wanted the gold. I thought it would look super good in this shade of white with the bop of gombato. But, of course, I couldn't find one in my size. And this was all resale anyway, so what you're gonna do? I forgot what year these came out, but yeah, man, these are freaking slick. Yeah, excited to wear them in this weather once it's a little bit drier. Pop. Okay. Next is mom shoe season, baby. These to me are like the absolute definition of soccer mom shoe. These being the Gel Diablos by Kith and Ronnie Fire, as you can see there, And yeah, man, it's just like a super goofy looking silhouette in my opinion, but there's a way to pull these off, so we gonna do it. Now, man, Gel Diablo. And actually, this is one of those times where I actually prefer the OG colorway to Ronnie's, but I just can't find it. So maybe someday if they bring them back out, I'll grab a pair. But there's at least one that's mostly a blue trim to it that looks pretty cool. But anyway, you know, idiot or what it is. Don't know too much more about this model, but what you gonna do? Bop. Okay, what is next here? Ah, yes. The vintaged Air Max 1 in the original sail colorway. And we've talked about this ad nauseum, but just as a reminder, these kind of meh because the shape is a little off. The color I really am not a fan of, although in this light they barely look vintage, but they're definitely vintage, trust me. And the originals back in 1987 did not have colored airbags. That did not come around until the Air Max 93. So this retro is a little off, but around the time these were made, people weren't as big sticklers for OG retros. So what you gonna do? Oh wow, looks way more yellow there. On a perfect note to bop them. All right, next we got... I guess I went with the whole retro runner thing without even thinking about it. These are the Zoom Talarias in the tennis ball colorway. All right, no, I'm kidding. But yeah, they do have definitely the tennis ball coloration to them. And there you see the fancy logo-ish. But this was one of the early Zoom Air models that Nike put out. It's not the very first one, but it is one of the first, and that was the main reason I got it. On top of the fact that it looks crazy, you see all these crazy patterns to the sole. That's kind of cool. Love the gradient, and cool little mesh box there. But yeah, man, this was one of those historic shoes of its time, so had to figure out to bring them back out. Bring them out, Bob. Okay, next. Ooh, talk about not retro runners, more like 2019, baby, flying it 3.0 VaporMax. Hey, yo. I mean, these are growing on me every time I look at them because this was the debut colorway. And at first I was like, meh, but, you know, just get them because, you know, it's a new VaporMax and it's the color that came out first, so what you gonna do? But honestly, man, the more I look at them, the more I really do dig these because that bop of red is just absolutely insane. It's more of like a solar-ish red, and coupled with the contrast along not only the black of the tongue, but this shade of blue is just freaking gorgeous. Yeah, man, so, yeah. And then the bop of red on the sole. Gotta love it. So, yeah, man, excited to wear these. Maybe I'll wear these today, I don't know. Gonna go to a Memorial Day barbecue later. Assuming they don't call me into work, you know what I mean? And then finally, actually, at least for this set of ish, we brought out the Prestos, the psychedelic lava lamp React Prestos, the brand new Prestos by Nike. And I don't know what order these videos are going to be coming out in, but rest assured I filmed a dedicated video for this and a comparison video to the rest of my Presto collection. So stay tuned for that. But man, just trying these on briefly. These are super comfy. And you see the sole, the updated React sole. And Prestos were comfy already to begin with. So this is just next level to the ish. Yeah, man, these are super dope looking. This to me by far was my favorite colorway. The Brutal Honey looked good too, but like this stood out way more. And I figured I'd save that Brutal Honey option for if they ever were to bring back the original, what do you call it? The original Presto and the original construction from 2000, then maybe I'll, then maybe I'll get it in that colorway for that model. All right, now let's open up the Louis. Hold up, and we're back. So let's finish off with the Louis. Oh, did I not close that? Oh, I brought both over. Doofus, Ariel, and a pop. Oh, damn. Oh, boy. So glad I brought these. Personal new favorite of mine for sure. All right, let's go with the Air Max 1s in the Have a Nike Day colorway, although technically there was two. Oh man, did I ruin the toe box already? I hope not. Oh man. Whatever. What you gonna do? You know what I'm about to say.
Idiot. Oh, what idiot.
But no, man, these are dope. These are dope. Made a separate video for these. And again, based on the timing of when this video is going to come out versus that one. Oh, man, this was almost the entire selling point to me for the whole shoe. That milky blue. Oh, Lord have mercy. I thought hurricane season was over. It might be actually, but still raining. Am I right? Yeah, so there you get to have a Nike Day logos, the smiles, the little pin thingies. What else? And just this indigo blue is what they're calling it. Oh, with that suede, Lord have mercy, I thought hurricane season was over. What the fuck am I doing? All right, there you go, and Nike logos on the inside. Yeah, man, these are just super fire and great for spring. But for now, bop. What did I forget? Oh, we can't forget these. I don't know why there's getting so much hate, but they is, so hey yo. But these are La Mezcla, or as I like to dub them, the Mezcla. But these were the New York City specific Air Max. Ow! Air Maxes for Air Max month. Well, I guess they didn't technically, whatever, it doesn't matter. But yeah, those 6 contestants that won for their cities. This was the New York pair. You can kind of see the Statue of Liberty type inspiration to it with the gradient showing all the colors of different people in New York. The blue of the water, the green of the Statue of Liberty. And the Air Max 98 model, super underrated. Then the this kind of pattern on the midsole to, or is it the mud guard, Jesus, to be more of like a concrete for the concrete jungle. Hey yo, Alicia Keys triggered. Alicia Keys triggered. And then these are the latitude, longitude coordinates for New York. So hey yo, I think they're super gorgeous, especially with the bops of the lace differential. But maybe that's just me. I don't know, but I dig them. So there you go. Let's bring them to the pop zone. And then last but not least, was such a pain that I couldn't bring these last time. I would have, because that's when they released. But of course, I wasn't able to get them in stores, so I had to wait for them to get delivered via Sneakers app. And on Sneakers app, or through Sneakers app, they said that these wouldn't get here till like the day after I got to Iowa last time. So what you gonna do? Idiot, what are you? But with that said, Jordan 4 Blacks in my baby. Oof, maybe the greatest Jordan ever. Maybe. Definitely an argument for it. Had to, absolute must cop with the Nike Air on a debut. And yeah, dedicated video coming on this as well. Actually a couple, I think. But man, these reds really pop on here. Oh my God. Cleveland triggered. Anyway, yeah, so there you go, man. Let's cut this short. Before we do that, though, bop. Sorry, y'all. Again, more sneaker content coming, but just hectic, man. It's hectic. The podcast is picking up. A lot of people are asking to come on. If not, I've wanted them on, and I'm starting to arrange things. I've got a few special guests coming. I think you guys going to enjoy. So that's going to be cool. But yeah, man, it's an effort. And I even got an editor now to help me out. I may have to hire a couple more because this issue is getting ridiculous. And maybe I could get to a world where I could have enough editors where like I could literally put out a video hours after I've shot it, which would be so dope. Appreciate you guys watching the sneaker Top 6 Ugly 6 series. That's been a resounding success and very easy to produce on my end. So that's been great. It seems like really nice intro to the podcast, and then what do you call it? It's been doing good. I got some special people coming on there. Can't wait. Let me know any other questions you may have. But yeah, man, between that and being in New York and being consumed with all that, plus comedy, then throw in being out here working and just super OD working, and then I have comedy 2 to 3 nights a week out here. And then on the other days, there's either something going on, or again, I'm stuck at work late, or I'm just trying to relax and cut back, because like that's a lot, man. This is a lot, and especially even on weekends, like I'll just shut down sometimes. Like, I don't want to touch anything, you know what I mean? So yeah, we'll see how it goes this week. But yeah, man, thanks for tuning in. See you later. Peace.